Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry and I love plants. So today we're going to only talk about the experimentation I've been doing on the naked root pot that I purchased 30 days ago is when I started. Yeah, today's day 30. And I have multiple videos that I'll be adding into this this video to go through the course of those weeks. And yeah, so I had no clue about this pot till I saw another channel, and she was sent these pots to be kind of like a sponsor. I am not sponsored. I just decided to try it because it looked really interesting to me. I've never wanted to be or do semi-hydro, not something I'm interested in. But I am interested in not watering so frequently. So I decided to, they had a pack of 3. You could get a 3-inch and 5-inch, which is this one, and then an 8-inch. And with her discount, I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, actually. But obviously, if I wanted to replace all my plants with these pots, it would be very pricey. That is not my intent. I really am just wanting to see how this, my philodendron ring of fire does in this experiment. So we're going to go over that, and I'll follow up after I show you all of these other videos. What else? I did write some notes down that I wanted to. Yeah. So I'm not buying pon. I mean, pon is kind of to me a general name for lechuza pon. Okay, so everyone talks about pon, but you can use anything to be your pon, in my experience, in my opinion. So I have, and anyone who's been watching my videos know I love Bonsai Jack Grit Mix. And if you go to their website, sorry, dogs are being bad. You done? You done, Misty? You done? You done? So, what was I saying? Okay. Yeah, so Bonsai Jack Grit Mix, if you go to their website, you can see all their products that's inside of it, and that it's pH balanced, and that there is no washing it. They sanitize, they do everything they need to do before sending it to you. And I love this product. I absolutely love this product. Now, I will say, and I'm kind of divvying off topic here, I used Bonsai Jack Grit Mix 100% in my lithops. You can see those in my channel as well when I was using terracotta. Now, 2 weeks ago, I had a video that was put out showing you I decided to put all my lithops in Bonsai Jack Grit Mix in a glazed pot. Not so smart. Not so smart. I had no idea how wet it really was in there until I had to throw all of them out. And I know that's heartbreaking for me to say, but I ended up having to. It had so much water built up that some of them started cracking. But the main reason is because I've been trying to control my gnat situation, and I feel like I have. And I'll do another video on what I've done to eliminate them. I feel like I may see one or two here and there, but with what I'm doing, it's taking care of the larvae. But before that, when I went to water my lithops, I had about 15, 20 gnats fly out of them. Now that never happened before. Now, of course, I didn't start having a gnat problem either before I started buying and accumulating so many tropical plants. So all that said, Bonsai Jack Grit Mix is great, but you still have to be smart about using a medium for your plants and watering. So many people say, oh, you won't have gnat problem if you use semi-hydro. Don't believe that, just because of my experience with the lithops. And they just loved all of that wetness, even though it was all grit. Now, I can't say 100% there was any larvae in there. I just know the gnats enjoyed the big squishy leaves of my lithops to sleep on, and I ain't having that. So yeah, it's sad to say, but I don't have them anymore. And that being said, I am not going to buy this because I feel like it's going to solve a gnat situation, because it's not. I will buy this because it's a convenience to watering. That's it. And then, of course, convenience to not having to have so many mixes, and doing your repots would be easy. But yeah, I don't know, but I still love doing that. So most likely I won't switch to this. So let's get to the videos, and then I'll circle back on what I've got on day 30 to talk about. Okay. Day 3. I'm not sure if I can see the water or not. That's what we look like. Okay. The grit is pretty dry. But it's wet down below where the roots are sitting. Not wet, but moist. So we'll see. Hey everyone, this is day 8 of my philodendron ring of fire in the naked root pot, 5-inch pot. So what I want to do here is to see where we are in water. So as you can see here, so this is how much water has gone down. The highest peak is where the horizon is on the sun. So this is about 1 inch of water that has been lost or soaked up into the Bonsai Jack Grit Mix that I'm using. And here we have some water. It fell out. So I'm going to put this back in. And now what I want to do is, if I stick my finger down in here, it's really, I don't want to mess things up, but when I stick it down maybe an inch, I just feel cool. A little bit of wetness, dampness, not much, which is good. Because if it was soaking wet, we'd be in trouble. So let's use our moisture meter. So if I take it all the way to the bottom, it's hard to see here. Hold on a minute. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So, yeah, so that's how wet we are at the very bottom. Now let's pull this up. So I'm about out, and I'm at very good moisture where the roots are sitting. So I am very impressed with this, because I'll tell you what, Bonsai Jack Grit Mix does not hold water, folks. I'm using it solely here in my lithops, and I have a video on that if you're interested. But they love it because it's dry, dry, dry. But obviously there's a big difference between it and our naked root pot. I'm getting excited about this, but I'm only day 8 in. So I will check back in a couple days and we'll see how it's doing. Hey everyone, this is day 12 of my naked root pot experiment. I don't look in here except every couple of days to see where we're at. Day 8, when I checked, we were halfway full. So let's see where we're at here. It's heavy. And it looks like now we are down to maybe about an inch of water left. Sure is yucky in there. I feel like changing it, but I'm not going to, because I've got to let this go the way it is. So say about an inch left maybe. And then let's see where we are with our meter test. So right now we're dry. I'm not all the way down yet. Now I'm all the way down and I'm wet. So I know the roots haven't grown to the bottom. The roots are right at the top of the indent. You can see a root coming out here. Hey, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Guys, this plant is maybe growing. It hasn't grown since I bought it. So, it could be encouraging. Hey everyone. This is day 16 of my naked root pot experiment on my philodendron ring of fire. So I can tell that the grit is a lot drier than it was, which is fine because that's part of this, right? and we still got water. And look at the size of the root coming out now versus the last update. He's definitely getting happier in here than where he was, because he had barely any roots when I put him in. So I would guess that we are probably down, I don't know, guys. I don't think we're down much. So maybe 1/4 of an inch, which isn't much at all. I mean, it did not go down much at all, which is okay. I mean, I think, I don't know. So my guess is, let's go ahead and check our moisture meter. So our moisture meter, obviously at the top, is very dry. So if I go down farther to the very bottom, if I can get there, it's dry, which is interesting. I don't know if I'm all the way down or not. Okay, here we go. So this is where we're at, all the way down to the bottom of the pot. Obviously, the root's going to, out here, going to grab some of that water and drink it up. So far, I mean, I think this is a good pot. I mean, I like the design. I like the idea of not having to water so much. So we'll see. I'll check in a couple days. Hey everyone. This is day 22 of the experiment. Now, one thing you need to know is I dumped what water was left last week because it was so grimy and yucky, and I'm having gnat problems, and I don't want water sitting in the bucket here. But I filled it up just the same amount where it was, which was 1/4 of an inch, and I'm probably down to less, gosh, not much water left. Yeah, maybe a little over my nail size. I don't know. But to me, this is like, it's going well. It's going well. I as you can see, that if you can see, there's the grit inside is still really wet. The root system's growing. I'm still not sure, like, if I'm gonna buy any more of these pots, but I can tell that my red ring of fire has grown somewhat since using it the last 2.5 weeks or whatever, 3.5 weeks. And this is darker color than what it was, so I'll definitely keep the ring of fire in here, and I may switch some of my other alocasias. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you apprised. Day 29 of the naked root pot experiment. So we're down to very little water left. But I will say, I don't know, it's definitely less water than last week, my last video update. Which I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm concerned about the health of the plant. So we've got some roots here growing out. I had to cut out this centerpiece that died. If you see that this coloration in my leaves, it's not healthy. I will just say that. This plant is not healthy. It doesn't feel healthy, doesn't look healthy. I'll turn the light on more here. So even though it has grown, this leaf has grown. These have not grown. What's in the center here, I don't know. They were there when the middle thing, which I think was supposed to be a flower of some kind, died off. And these were here. Let's see if I can get it in there. These guys were here. I don't know how long they've been there. I don't know if they're leaves or flowers, but I don't think they're gonna come out and do anything, because I don't think this plant is, I don't know, it's too, it's just not doing anything. And maybe that's my fault, not this pot's problem. I mean, it's not getting full sun. It's not getting even much light. So I think what I'm going to do is put it in a new position, which will be with my Hoyas. I think I'm going to put them over here under the grow light, which is a Soltech grow light. It's a small grow light. So let's see how it does from here. And because I think that's probably what it is. I think this pot is an excellent pot, but I think what's happening to my plant is more because I don't have it in the right light. So let's give that a whirl, and I'll report back in about 7 days. Okay, so as you can see, they weren't real lengthy videos. I just wanted to do my normal check-in with them, and I thought I'd do a little quick video as I did it, just to show you as I went along. So like I said, this is not a final video on my thoughts on this, nor will I say if I recommend it or not. I will just say that it's been so easy, but I've had a couple concerns. So as you went through those videos, you could see how happy I was with the root growth, which there is a lot of root growth that I didn't have before. So this root here, which future Sherry will zoom in on all of this. I do have some root growth. I have not taken it out of this mix, out of my Bonsai Jack grit mix, to look at the roots at all. But I will say, and I don't know if you can see it, but I'll be zooming in, that these leaves have thinned out. Now, that could be my problem and not the pot, not the Bonsai Jack, for two reasons. One, I did not have it in a bright light. Quite frankly, like I said in my short, which I'll link to this, this plant hasn't grown for me at all. Very, very little growth since I bought it. Been a little disappointed in it, but that could just be my environment. I don't know. I don't have any other plants that have a problem growing, but this one seems to. So yeah, so the leaves are thin. They're not healthy looking, like I would expect them to be. And inside, I don't know if you can see in the middle, and I'll try to, I got water in here. Let's see if I can just, I don't want it to spill out. So in here in the middle, there was this long thing that's just sat there. I thought maybe it was some kind of flower or some kind of leaf that was coming, but nothing ever came from it. And 2 days ago, I think, I finally took it off because it was just rotting. And inside there, it looks like maybe some leaves were going to start to grow. I don't know if they were there before doing this experiment or not. But I am concerned that it'll die, obviously. It's not going to like it. But I'm willing to take the chance just because I want to see how this works. Yesterday I did refill this back up. I flushed it with water. So the whole plant and roots got something. Because remember, the roots don't go down into this reservoir. They stay up here. Now, it's possible they'll grow down there, but when I put it in, it was up here where the water line is, okay? Now, I don't see anything. I do see a root coming out a little bit, like over here, obviously, I just showed. But, yeah, and I see another one here, too. So inside here, it looks like since last night, the grit, it looks like maybe a 1/4 inch of water has been sucked up into the grit. So I probably have an little inch and a half left of water in my reservoir. So if I will say that I dumped the water, and I think I said that in one of my videos. I dumped the water to refresh it because it starts stinking after a while. I don't like that. And I think that this could cause gnats to come. This would be no different than, in my opinion, to be no different than what happened to my lithops. So far, there's been no gnats attacking it, but we'll see. The other thing that this could be my problem and not the pot is this plant was in my DIY mix, and my DIY mix has always been, I would say the last 5 or 6 months, Molly's Aeroid mix, tree fern fiber, and Bonsai Jack Grip mix, or sometimes Molly's succulent mix, all mixed up. And so it went from that to just 100% Bonsai Jack and for water, right? So the roots have not been water, they haven't changed for water. I don't know the word I'm looking for. But so that too could kill the leaves. They're not taking up any nutrients at this point. They're just trying to survive. So yeah, so like I say, I really like it. I'm kind of excited at the thought of putting some of my plants in these planters. Like I just bought some Hoyas, and I think they would like it, but I don't know either. I've heard from a couple people that Hoyas don't like too much water, so they might not be a good candidate for this. I don't even want to call it semi-hydro because it's really not semi-hydro. I have no intentions other than putting my current fertilizer in it, just pouring the water over it, let the water come in here, let it soak it up, and that's it. And then I'll rinse out the water probably once a week, because I'm not going to let that sit as long as I did this last time. So yeah, that's all I have for now. And like I say, I'll do another video maybe in a month or so, just to keep you appraised on how this plant is doing in here. It is very simple. It's so simple. I mean, just so simple. And if we could actually have something this simple and it would be successful, that would be awesome. It would certainly cut down on all the plant chores that we do every single day. But again, for me, I love doing that, but not so much like with certain plants, you know. So I think my philodendron, my alocasias would be the ones that I would look to do this with. But I don't know that either. So the only days I think where I don't want to do plant chores are my work days at the office. So, which is only 3 days a week at the office. And my plants don't have to have water those 3 days. I do spritz them, and I put a little water into mostly the anthurium and some back over there. But that's it. So I think that's all I wanted to say today. Yeah. And if you have any questions or you want me to cover other things, just put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to do that, especially as the weeks go on with me still testing this. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that wherever this finds you, you're having a glorious day. Bye.